are several points where shit gets really stupid, but
Okay, so it says excellent connection. Now it's going. Yay, huzzah. Seems to be starting on my end. How's it on yours?
it's live.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Salted Grump. With me is Jamie the D, my good friend, and General Co-Sasser in a Let's Play that he is doing. And this is me streaming the worst game of 2013 once more.
Yeah.
So, we are currently at Mission 6. This is, well, I could argue that there's some variety of plot to this game, but, I'd be lying.
I mean, there is a plot, it's just not a good one.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's... Okay, so the basic summary is, after the events of Aliens and Alien 3, there's a distress call sent out. Gee, I wonder why. Distress call goes out. My character arrives with 800 other soldiers. Currently, there's about 100 left, of which we will encounter all of 0.
Yep.
Also, hang on a second. I need to tinker a little bit with the game volume, I think, because it's just overpowering when just trying to set up the chat and all that. Sorry about that.
Okay.
This game hates things like, you know, maintaining settings.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, there. Master volume, 75%. Music volume, 75%. Sound effect volume, let's drop that to 50% because it gets fucking aggravating. Dialogue volume, fuck that. Player chat volume, well, yeah. Subtitles, they're on. They're completely useless, but they're on. Okay, so, in summary, we are actually on Mission 6, but in Mission 1, we arrive at the Sulaco. We look around. We get attacked by sudden aliens because there's been secret paramilitary experiments from Weyland-Yutani using people as hosts to make more aliens. And then Weyland-Yutani mercenaries start shooting at the ship that we arrived on.
Yep.
Which is the second mission, where you kill a whole lot of humans and not a single alien.
Yep.
And at the end of the second mission, we see probably the stupidest example of the developers not caring, when the giant flaming wreckage, known as the ship that we came in on, the Sephora, has managed to, well, completely explode all over everything, shrapnel's flying everywhere, and a big fucking chunk the size of an apartment block clips right through the front of the ship that we're standing in, right in front of the big open windows.
Yep.
Sulaco falls. Yes, Sulaco's been damaged. Yes, it falls. Yes, there was supposed to be a cutscene of it actually hitting the planet. No, the cutscene is not in the actual game, it was only in promotional materials. It's basically a run and escape and backtrack through everything you did in the previous level, only without the urgency. There's no urgency whatsoever. It's kind of pathetic.
Okay.
No Hope in Hadley's. Oh, look! We landed right next to Hadley's Hope, which is from the movie Aliens, which is superb. And honestly, the level designer went out of the way to actually make sure that everything actually looked semi-decent-ish and at least tried. But then on the other hand, you have, well, the fact that Hadley's, which is less than a kilometer away from the atmosphere processor, should have been in the blast radius of a 40 megaton thermonuclear explosion. There should be nothing left. I mean, in the movie, it was specifically described as a blast that would create a dust cloud the size of Nebraska.
Yep.
And yet, here we are!
So.
Well, what's left of
It's a
it.
simulation, obviously.
And at the end of that, we get captured by a big angry alien called the Raven, because of course it is stupid like that, and it so happens to actually be vaguely reminiscent of the original Alien from the very original movie from 1979, because it has a visible skull. It even has an eye socket.
I've got to say, the Raven is not the weirdest the Aliens Expanded Universe has come up with.
True, there's stupider, but in this case, we end up fighting it with a power loader because it is literally immune to bullets. And then you spend about a minute just doing left click to make right arm swing and cause your camera angle to slide to one side so it can get around behind you and one hit kill you. Repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you spend about 5 minutes doing that until you finally cause enough damage to cause 3 scripted cutscenes where you eventually twist its spine in half and put a drill through its chest. Which is absolutely hilarious, because that usually means you have to stuff it into a corner and beat the hell out of it in that regard to avoid it sliding around, so it clips into the background scenery while you kill it, and then physics happens and the body parts go flying in every direction.
Yep.
It is, again, incredibly fucking stupid. Again, at the same time, the main characters of this game, allow me to tick them off. There is Winter, the player character, who is the whitest white bread white boy to ever be white, and has all of the personality traits of a loaf of white bread. There is O'Neill, who is, quote, loud, annoying, aggravating, recently nicknamed Nugget by his commander, and his only purpose of existence, at least up to this point, is, quote, for Bella, his bunk buddy / fuck buddy, who was, well, she got captured and impregnated by a chest burster, and she's about to die. Bella, by the way, is a threefer. She is, obviously, the only girl Marine in the game. She is about to die, and she's not white.
Oh, I remember now. That was, oh my god, that was awful.
Welcome to Gearbox logic. Or more specifically, Randall Pitchford logic. You know, the same logic that said, hey, because there's riots going on in the US, why don't you buy Duke Nukem and shoot cops and that instead? No, seriously, he actually said that on Twitter, then deleted it while promoting the Duke Nukem 3D 20th anniversary.
Randy Bovandy.
Yep. The man has all of the sense of taste as a slug, which has a mouth anus.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Needless to say, there are general commentary and comparisons I can make towards Randy, but the long and short of it is that calling him scum is probably an insult to scum.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
This is... We're starting on Mission 6. This is very much a mission of vast importance because it reaches the halfway point of this fucking game. That is its only importance. The halfway point. We're half done this fucking shit, and then I can bury this in a fucking tomb after 5 more missions. And I will not shed a single fucking tear when I uninstall this fucking thing.
Fair.
We do have, quote, active challenges down here as well, but that's stupid shit, we'll ignore that. All they do is unlock shit.
Grump, I'm a game reviewer and a Let's Player, and that makes me a video game masochist, and even I'm going, hang on there, bro.
I believe I said that this game erodes sanity in a way that makes Dread Cthulhu look like a fucking plush toy. I don't exaggerate in that statement. This game erodes sanity, and it erodes it even harder for people who have actually seen and enjoyed the movies Alien and Aliens. Even Alien 3's assembly cut, not the director's cut because the director disavowed the movie, the assembly cut is good. This thing makes Alien 4, the one that had the script written by Joss Whedon in his peak funny phase of Buffy the Vampire Slayer only with aliens. This makes Alien Resurrection look good. And I have compared Alien Resurrection to a used roll of toilet paper that someone hands over to someone and says, here, use this!
It also makes AVP 2009?
AVP 2009 is flawed, but at least it tried.
Yeah. It still makes it look very good.
This game is
Trash.
wasted potential in every way, shape, and form. Oh, hey, if you want visual trash, I can turn on the static overlay
No.
on everything.
No.
How would you
No.
like a fucking headache? Yeah, I mean,
Um.
seriously, God,
Yeah.
what a fucking shit show that is. So let's start level
Yeah.
6.
Yep. I'm so
Christ.
turn it off.
Hey, look, a cutscene. Shocking.
I know. They got the font right.
They actually got the vehicle model right too. That is one of the crawlers from Hadley's Hope, as shown in the Aliens
Yeah.
Collector's Edition.
Yeah, it is.
Sulaco Actual, this is Winter. We're looking for a way into the facility on foot.
Understood, Winter. Don't forget about that.
That, to be fair, would conceivably be a problem for a crawler.
Okay, so let's have fun with game mechanics, right? So, I can use the mouse wheel to swap between various weapons, which is nice, but I can only
Yeah.
swap between 2 weapons. How many weapons do you think
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
have, Jamie?
Many.
I have to tap B to select my weapons. There's
Right.
no slowdown or pause during this, so doing it in the fight is kind of stupid. Look at this
Okay.
pile of guns. I have 9 different
Yeah,
guns,
okay.
including one DLC only gun, namely Ripley's pulse rifle.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah,
let's
I remember.
let's show this off for a moment. You see my field of view. It's not too horrible. Can't see shit on the right side, so
Here we go.
that is just magically stupid, isn't it? Just how big it is and how much screen space it takes up.
Oh, that is too much real estate.
I know. Can't see shit on my right side, sir. We're not using that.
No.
Most of the time, I use the tactical shotgun here, and, well, the battle rifle, because they actually work. I also have Hudson's pulse rifle, which is unique, because out of all the pulse rifles, not only does it hold the actual 95 rounds that, well, it should hold, instead of the 40 rounds that the game says it should hold, it fires in 5-round bursts.
Yeah?
And hey, look at that, he even has kill markers scratched on it, because Hudson's awesome like that.
Oh,
I even have a
God.
tiny flashlight. It's pathetic.
I've actually got the Aliens technical manual up there. I wonder what the actual burst is.
The actual burst is as long as you clamp your finger on the trigger.
Yeah,
I
that
have-
sounds about right.
I have Hick's shotgun from the movie, and hey, look, the barrel actually has acid burns on it. Gee, I wonder why. The last time you saw it in the movie, it was up an alien's throat, so yeah. It's also a very good shotgun. It just... the aim down sights is absolute donkey shit.
Fair enough.
So, for the most part,
So-
I go for this tactical shotgun doodly whack. Not because of its bad or anything, well, good or anything. The shotguns are probably the best part of this game, to be fair. But for one simple reason, I have modified it.
Yeah.
I will show you. Arsenal upgrades here, which is in the options. Tactical shotgun. I gave it a box magazine, so it takes only 2 seconds to reload instead of 4.5 seconds to reload, which is extremely vital in a game like this. Also,
Yeah?
I've been using taser rounds, which are kinda cute, but they don't do any damage.
Yeah, so...
Let's swap that over to incendiary shotgun shells.
fucking right.
Now, the secondary issue, of course, is that in this game, there's, well, the issue pertaining to the fact that secondary weapon fire is not aim right click or anything like that. It is F, which is normally what you use for flashlights. I have not modified any of the controls in this game because of the fact that I feel like it deserves to show off how bad it is.
By default.
If you want, I can show off the various modifications to every weapon later, as well as the fact that in multiplayer you can play as an alien and modify the alien itself. By the way, the service pistol, the rate of fire is a fucking lie. It's fucking lethargic. Also, apparently, it's a Colt M1911 that normally fires 45 ACP, only it's now a 9mm. So, battle rifle. I have a really cool scope on it. It actually highlights enemies for me. But only when I'm aiming.
Yeah.
The battle rifle hits like a ton of bricks, and I've upgraded it with the various level up system, which is that stupid fucking ass icon on the upper right there, to give it even more beef. Shotgun, obviously, yeah. There's a third weapon slot, which you do not get access through scroll wheel, which is your primary weapons only. The third weapon slot is your sidearm. The sidearm is, well, infinite ammo normally. Let's take a look at that just for a few seconds, okay? Now, I've beaten this game before. I have collected all of the legendary weapons, including Gorman's and Vasquez's pistol. So let's take a look at the service pistol. First off, look at this fucking thing. It is fucking huge. It takes up almost as much real estate as a fucking assault rifle in this game.
And
You know?
that's...
Now, let's check the rate of fire, because this is with me hammering on the mouse button like nobody's business. That's not terrible, but it's fucking slow, even for 45 ACP.
Yeah.
It's only semi-automatic. Oh wait, there we go. It's not semi-automatic, it's just bad. So, what we have here is a case of, yeah, this is not even qualifying as an emergency weapon considering that rate of fire.
Okay.
The other sidearm, the combat pistol, which is based off of the Heckler & Koch VP-70, which was used by Gorman in the movie Aliens.
What an asshole.
Just look at that climb.
I'm waiting for it. Oh! Oh! Oh!
That is pathetic, isn't it?
A pistol should not have that much climb.
No, here's the best part. I'll show you its damage value. Firepower of 1 fucking pip.
Ew.
This thing is embarrassing. It's criminally bad. Look at its accuracy. And, of course, the accuracy window is fucking stupid. And, of course, it's for rate of fire. Automatic, whoop-de-doo. So, yeah. It has an extended magazine, so it holds 27 rounds. Not bad. It has, well, the additional extra sight, which only works when you're aiming down sights. It has stupid-ass paint jobs that you can unlock. Yeah. And its fire mode, well, you have your standard mode and you have full auto. So, obviously full auto in this case, because otherwise I'd have to click through every 27 bullets.
Yeah.
Now, the one saving grace of the sidearms, unlimited ammo. You have an unlimited supply of magazines for these things. It's still fucking stupid, but hey, it's there. Let's see if that follows through on the legendary sidearms. Well, Vasquez's pistol, which looks pretty fucking cool because it's a pearl-handled Colt 1911. Yay, huzzah. Its reload time sucks, though. It actually takes longer.
Yeah.
Gorman's pistol. Also infinite. Don't worry, we'll find ammo for it anyway. And over here, we have the tactical option. We have regular grenades, we have firebomb grenades, and we have claymore mines. Again, this is just what the hell game. Because again, there's no pausing in this. There's no slowdown whatsoever. If you have to use a grenade, here's the worst part. You have to manually toggle to it, and then instead of just being a quick throw when you tap the button, you then have to fire and hold.
Oh dear. I I would say that hurling bad language would be better than that sidearm.
Hurling bad language would probably hurt more, yes.
Yeah. So let's get on with it. Let's get on with totally saving Bella.
Yeah,
who has
all
been
because
face-hugged.
this fucking dipshit, O'Neill, wants his bone buddy back.
Everyone get your asses down.
We get spotted, we'll never get close to that facility.
And, yeah.
That's a mandatory crouch. I did not do a damn thing.
Cutscene crouch. Yeah.
Oh my
Actual, we located an EEV from
If you get spotted by the dropship, then... Well,
Seven
not actually much. Dropships are actually crap.
Understood, Winter. Stay on mission and we'll worry about our boys.
For those who don't know, dropships in the Aliens universe are really badly maneuvering. They have precisely one job they should be doing.
Which is
And
standing
that's-
off and just horfing missiles at everything.
Well, there's that. It's going down, dropping people off, going back up.
Oh, hey, here's a giggle for you. Look at this ammo! Look at it fucking hover.
Yes?
Game mechanics!
Look, just because there's no inverse kinematics on the placements doesn't mean it's a bad never mind.
So, I just brought up the motion tracker just for gits and shiggles. There's allegedly movement. Obviously, it's not within range of the motion tracker, which only has a range of 20 meters. Here's something really nice about this thing. And the only nice thing about this thing, it also points out collectibles.
Okay, so it's collectibles radar and not much else.
Yep. The only other advantage it has is that if there's an enemy in the area around you, you'll get a little icon in the center of the screen, right next to Winter's thumb, basically, saying, oh, hey, there's still shit around.
That's really bad, guys. That's
No. Stop and see what happened there. There was nothing at all on motion or anything like that. It's just scripted jambush.
lovely. And of course you can tell when something's completely safe because they just go.
Oh, and hey, did I forget to tell you about the AI quality in this game? Well, that implies quality in the first place. But as you saw, the first thing they do, and second thing they do, and third thing they do, and last thing they do, is go after you. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing, it's just all you all the time. Right in the face. Up your dick. Out your arse.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. So, I hope you brought healing items.
What healing items? There's medkits sometimes. Oh, by the way, acid blood. We all know about acid blood, courtesy of Hicks in the movie Aliens. We know it's incredibly dangerous and incredibly lethal, and it punches right through armor. Guess what it does in this game? Prevents your passive health regeneration.
Yeah.
And that's all it does.
Now, funnily enough, although the Aliens Expanded Universe came up with some very, very silly things, one thing I did appreciate was that there was one very famous person who had survived a chest burster.
I mean, to be fair, you can theoretically survive if you manage to get enough first aid on you and surgery done, but
Yeah, that guy had to have his entire torso cybernetically replaced.
Yeah, that's about average for when a chest burster gets uppity, because it doesn't like being poked at, especially when it's inside you. So it tries to rip everything apart if it gets agitated.
Yeah, the one player-oriented decision they made. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. If the aliens actually did anything other than hyper-aggressively just going for you, it would make it interesting. I remember the old AVPs, they would jink, they would juke, they would, and they would concentrate on other people as well as you.
Yeah, but that's expecting quality out of this game, and it's still a Gearbox game at heart, so...
Yeah. Right, so...
Oh, by the way, that pounce attack, it always causes damage, no matter how far away you are from it. And as a bonus to that, it will almost always strip off 80 to 90% of your armor.
That's bad. That's a very bad decision.
Yep. Welcome to the Bad Decision Station. Here's the bad decision number 1. It's called I'm playing this fucking thing.
Yeah, this is true.
Also, I admit the reason why you see me occasionally sprinting in this game with my weapon down is because my push to talk is on my shift key, which is also run.
Yeah. Yeah, the aliens do have an AI, but there's a typo in the original code. Yeah.
Yep. And the most popular mod for this game, and by the way, the discovery of the typo was in, I believe, 2018. However, it is not the most popular mod fixing that typo. The most popular mod, which is even stupider, is the mod that allows the game to actually quit properly instead of finding itself in essentially what is a self-boot loop.
Oh, yeah.
And that's now a 5-year-old mod. It is the only mod I have active for this game. Everything else is completely unvarnished, and it's absolute shit.
So, as I still noted, a typo in code had a drastic effect. The other game I remember that happening with, funny enough, I got into trouble for reviewing this one. Or more accurately, the score I gave it. And that would be Skyrim.
I mean, it's Skyrim.
Which I reviewed during the infamous 1.21 patch. For those who don't know, the 1.21 patch meant dragons flew backwards. The giants launched you into the fucking atmosphere.
I think they still do.
Yeah, a bug they kept because it was funny.
Well, it's not just a bug, it's just a case of what happened in that regards for Skyrim is that overkill damage would translate into physics, and the overhand swing on the giant would obviously shove you down into the ground, which is technically not supposed to happen, so you would bounce.
Anyway, the other effect was that armor weaknesses were strengths and armor strengths were weaknesses. From that last clue, can you guess what went wrong in the patch code?
Well, I can guess, but feel free to tell me anyway, because I'm just trying to plink at these aliens over here that are somehow completely invincible while they're clinging to the fucking wall.
A misplaced negative sign did all of that.
So these shits are spitters. They are about as harmful as your typical, well, toddler.
I believe the concept was originally introduced in Alien 3. free, wasn't it?
The spitter? No, look at this thing. I'm just putting bullets in its back and it's not dying because it's scripted to not die until I actually get into a fight.
Yep.
I actually have to change weapons from my fun gun to something less fun. Let's use the burst fire assault rifle, which I hate. The assault rifle is mostly hated because it is burst fire, not because it is anything bad. I actually enjoy burst fire weapons in other games like, say, Warframe, but in this game, again, it's about as useful as throwing fucking spitballs. On the bright side, it has an underslung flamethrower. Look at these things, just fucking game logic. It's trying to be spoopy! No, it's not, it's just pathetic.
Running through caves with my savings round. To be fair, are doing their thing.
Yeah. On the bright side, the AI, at least at this late stage of the game, can actually cause damage. I mean, this is entirely because this fucking dipshit has a smart gun, which he uses to shoot at walls.
Look, they're in the walls, so the best way is obviously to shoot walls.
Well, on the bright side, at least the smart gun still maintains the fact that, well, it makes aliens explode when you put enough explosive rounds into them.
Well, yeah, does it also have the targeting?
It does, actually. I showed that off in episode 5, so it auto-aims for you. But you only get 500 rounds, period.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very similar to, well, it's similar to what happened in AVP.
Well, if I recall correctly, the smart gun, as written in the official technical manual, can put a 5-round burst into the same hole at 500 meters.
Yes, it can.
And that's what makes it smart.
Yep.
Oh, look, we have found the Weyland-Yutani facility. It looks like something landed on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, you're not that lucky. It's just that the entire building fell over.
My favorite weapon in the Aliens technical manual is not any of the stuff you see in the film. It is...
Well, fire away.
It is my good friend, Mr. Pig.
Yeah, feel free to refresh my memory. I have not read the technical manual since about 1997. One of my friends had a copy of it.
Mr. Pig is basically a plasma gun.
Fair enough. Then again, there's the rather stupid reference to, quote, sharp sticks, as Hudson talking things up in the movie. And, of course, some asshole decided to say, well, now we just have to make a missile launcher and call it the Sharp.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're in confined space. Let's see what we can find and shoot. Everything. Yay, shotgun ammo. Oh, you two fucking idiots. I want you to die.
Volunteer for this mission?
Well,
We gotta get that door.
yeah.
Sporadic? Nothing to stand in range. Well, we're good for now.
It's quiet over there. Jeff, construction damage. Gotta get it.
Jesus Christ, Nugget, go ahead and make panels.
Yeah, tell her not to nugget there.
Just slipped out. I got point from here so we don't alert every Xeno or you bastard within a mile here.
Hey, look, armor over there. No, we can't jump through the window.
Yep. Gonna have to go all the way around and remember where that is.
Yep, up and down some stairs, by the way.
Yep.
And, of course, that logic. She was facing away from the keypad when normally you had to bypass it by actually physically attaching wires to it and tinkering with it. Calling this game poorly made is an insult to poorly made games.
On that note, I really did love the animation for that in the original AVP2.
I really want to play AVP2 again because it was honestly one of Monolith's best games.
It really was.
Weapons hot! Fire!
Weapons hot! Fire! At what? I don't see anything. Oh, there's an alien splat. Oh, there's an alien. Jumps right past everyone else, goes straight for me.
Of course it does.
Game logic. Hey, look, I used incendiary buckshot. Burn, idiots! Doesn't even fucking kill a single fucking drone.
Well, no, it just sets them on fire and pisses them off.
Well, yeah, which is all well and good, except for the fact that the actual flamethrower is even worse.
Yeah, I figured as much. That would require, you know, the AI to work. Because they don't have that whole thing where they can get scared of anything.
Again, if you want to play a good Alien game, Alien Isolation came out 1 year after this.
And then there's AVP2, AVP1, I suppose AVP 2009. I'm biased against it because of fucking...
Oh wait, I'm nearly dead. Gotta get that self-regeneration going up to its pip.
There we go.
Just count to another 4 seconds. Back to that health bar again. Fucking game. It's not even terrifying in the sense of, say, the first chaotic battle in the movie Aliens was when everything was going to shit and everyone was about to die, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because that was a faster clock and this is just... Oh, look, I gotta pull back.
Where are these stairs going?
Anyway,
Christ, I hate these idiots so much. There used to be a collectible down here, but I got it the last time I played this game. Why do I remember the stupidest shit in the stupidest games?
because it's you.
Oh yeah, mind like a steel trap, hinges are rusted to shit.
Mm-hmm. I feel. Shall regenerate.
Do less of that.
And that was actually... God, fucking piece of shit game! See, that was actually kind of funny, yeah, and cool, because, oh look, they remember that aliens crawl on the fucking ceiling!
Briefly.
Okay, if you'll just hang on a second, I'm going to swap weapons again, because this thing's running low on ammo now. And so we're going back to the baseline pulse rifle, which I have modified to have 60 rounds instead of 40 rounds in the magazine, a laser sight, and incendiary grenades instead of regular grenades.
Which, as we've established, is... it's there.
Really hate
How do you feel about bottomless pits into dying planets?
Hey look, we found an audio log!
about you right now. Shut up.
Audio logs, of which there are 12 in the game, are just Weyland-Yutani scientists complaining about they're not getting paid enough to commit human experiments with alien eggs. But they do it anyway because Weyland-Yutani says do it or we'll kill you.
Yeah.
Game logic.
Also, Weyland-Yutani logic, too.
Well, I mean, Weyland-Yutani was never obviously evil. It was just stupid evil instead of, well, you know, actively malicious.
It was capitalist.
Yeah, that too.
No. That's basically why it was stupid evil.
Uh-huh. Yeah, true enough, because, I mean, as Ripley said, you don't see these things fucking each other over for a percentage.
Yep.
Hey, look, we found auto turrets. Now let's see if I remember what button is crouch. Oh, look, it's C. Oh, look, it's a toggle. Good. I'll just creep past that thing because, well, who likes getting hammered by a turret right in the ass? And because the AI is stupid and doesn't know how to crouch, I have to walk around, go behind this thing, and turn the turret off.
Yep.
Game logic. Well, on the bright side, this door's kind of fucked. Yep. Of course, it's another one of those scientists going, wah, we shouldn't be killing humans unless we get paid more. Then they get used as a egg bait, because, well, fuck them, with a 2x4.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta think about the percentage. You gotta think about them shares. What's the shares situation?
Now, this actually makes kinda sense. There's a dead guy there's a big splat on the wall, there's a bunch of fucking bullet holes. You actually have the realization that turning this way and going straight forward will get you shot to shit. Instead, you have to sprint through.
Yeah.
Like so. And then the game ambushes you with a second fucking turret right there, because that turret is... Fucking hell, I forgot that one was busted for a moment. God damn it, game. Okay, so I'm actually slightly amused by that because of the fact that it's just so silly it works. But as you can see, the primary issue of this, at least for the time being, is that you are alone. Your buddies are not coming with you to soak aggro and all that sort of stuff. Instead, they're letting you do the hard work of shutting down multiple turrets and all that sort of stuff, and being ambushed by everything and doing all the fucking platforming because Gearbox never figured out how to make the AI for platforming work. Hell, their pathfinding is fucked anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
And people wonder why I yell at games that are so much wasted potential, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And this game is... I'm not going to call it the literal poster child of wasted potential, but it's getting there. I mean, let's be fair, I enjoyed Thief 4 more than I enjoy this game, and Thief 4 is incredibly wasted potential in every way. Where the fuck did you come from, bitch?
She teleported, obviously.
Yeah, I know. It's still jarringly aggravating, at best. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
The single game mechanic that was used in the previous level, you can close doors. And sometimes you even get the option of welding them shut.
Still works, though. Check for the manifesto, Neil.
You don't want to weld.
Oh, look.
Shut
This right here. It's just a blatant reference.
Yeah, it really is. And yes, the fourth was indeed playable.
Get it to Cruz and let him
This is also technically playable,
going to pipe it out on a relay.
it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, pulling teeth with a pair of coal pliers and no anesthetic.
Yep.
This place up must have drawn some attention.
I've seen legitimately unplayable.
So now I have to escape because the dropship's coming over to pump this room full of missiles. But of course it takes 45 seconds or so. And there it goes. Oh hey, were you expecting more aliens? Nope, it's now a cover shooter.
Well, that I'm kind of inured to, because AVP, like, AVP 1 was pretty good about that, AVP 2 had reasons for it. AVP 2009 got a little silly.
To be fair, when is a good game never not gonna have silly moments, and even games that try to be good and fail are still better than this absolute fucking pile.
Yeah,
Now, the
I agree.
one advantage of fighting humans in this game, they drop ammo. They also drop ammo for your special add-ons, like, say, the grenade launcher.
Yes, wartime. Oh, I wish there would be sliding and climbing and being all hoorah. But, no.
So yeah, I finally got some extra ammo for one of the challenge doodly bits, which is killing enemies with proximity mines. Yeah, we're not doing that. Fuck that shit with a 2x4. The worst part about the challenges is that you have to go through them in order. So it's just... Ugh.
So when something like that turns up, you just go, oh fuck it, let's go to an earlier level.
Yeah. Or let's go to a level full of humans so I can do stupid shit to them.
Yeah.
Because the aliens are extra stupid. Oh look! We can get a free toy! Vasquez's smart gun is unique because it has 600 rounds instead of 500. And it has a bandana. So, how did Vasquez's smart gun get into a Weyland-Yutani facility next to the fucking derelict?
Well, Vasquez somehow survived the explosion. Then got face hugged. Then Weyland-Yutani's cleanup crew arrived. Put her on a magical unicorn. And then shot her into space after painting her smart gun gold.
On the bright side, mechanically, the smart gun is fun as hell, because it's just quick squirts and everything dies, you know? If you see it, you can kill it.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, on the other hand, once it's gone, it's gone. You don't really get things like maneuverability, which is frustrating. And most of the time, it's just, well, it's one of the few decent things in an otherwise absolute shit pile of a game. Oh no, I got shot by a shotgun at long range. Also, thankfully, this game only rarely has infinite enemy spawns.
And when it does, it's via the push forward system.
No, they still spawn behind you.
Oh.
So the only rarely aspect is just a case of, I am so glad I don't have to deal with more of this happy fucking horse shit than usual.
Fair.
If you'll note, you'll see that while the aliens are supposed to be attacking everything, as soon as they get to a point of proximity, they will proceed to completely ignore everything except for you.
Yep.
And the soldiers. While, again, point of proximity and all that happy horse it, by the way, soldier ammo that I completely missed. That one's another, grenade, I think. Yeah, it's proximity mine. Well, again, as soon as they see you, they'll start shooting at you and you exclusively. You know, because game logic.
The aliens and Wayland Utani have found common cause, and that common cause is you.
Also, that idiot had a rocket launcher and he missed me twice. Where are my AI buddies hiding? Oh, they're sitting back there with their thumbs up their asses while I do all the real work.
Yep. You expected anything different, right?
Of course not. This is a bad game. It's made by bad people. It's made by bad development concepts. The only thing that works for it is the fact that the art designers actually tried to make things somewhat passable with stuff like, say, the APC, which is, well, as you can see, a fairly faithful recreation of the original.
Yeah, the crawler. No, I wouldn't say everyone on the dev team is bad. I think that's reductionist. Randy Pitchford is bad. Project Management was bad.
The issue, quite simply, is that Randy Pitchford is the cause of all of the fucking failures of this game.
I would agree with that. I was just saying, don't be blaming the dev team.
I mean, let's put it this way. This game is so realistically fucking horrible. By the way, I think that's the level over. So, this game is so fucking aggravating to my sensibilities. So fucking aggravating. Look at that. 72 fucking kills out of, what, 90 total? Yeah. So, I'm just gonna hit leave game before it drops me into the next mission immediately. But, the thing I have with this game is there's so much wasted potential. I've mentioned this before in previous, post-level stream talk, all that sort of stuff. But that's not what really annoys me. What really annoys me is the fact that it could have been great if Randy Pitchford had not been involved and committed fraud to create Borderlands and Borderlands 2 and fucked this game with a raw, rusty pipe for 7 fucking years. Gearbox was supposed to be in charge of this. And after that point, they fobbed it off to a subcontractor development house where they were supposed to give the subcontractors all of the resources they absolutely fucking needed. And they didn't. And as a result of that, that second development house, Timegate Studios, if I recall correctly, they went bankrupt. They shut down because of Randy Pitchford.
Yeah.
Now, I want to show you. So, as you can see, I'm level 27 as a Marine, and level 1 as an alien. The only time you use an alien is, well, in Deathmatch versus mode. Specifically, you can edit your appearances, and edit your loadouts. So, let's pop into edit loadouts. Xeno loadouts, right? Yeah. So, you have your typical drone, which doesn't look anywhere near as good as it did in the movie. You have the spitter, which looks fucking stupid, in my opinion. You have the classic drone, also known as a lurker, which is basically stealth. And that's it. But you can do various shit, like, say, you can adjust your various attacks. You can get a roundhouse attack, what the hell.
So you can? Well,
Impale is always useful because tail stabs are useful when it's longer than the rest of your body, right? Nope. Here's the most powerful attack in the fucking game. Damage dealt proportional to charge time.
Yep.
Her luck can dodge. Well, that's fine. Defensive curl, granting resistance to all incoming damage, but you're stuck there. What in the hell? And then you have stuff like, well, various modifications to make you bigger, tougher, beefier, so on and so forth. Various mutations, which I don't give a flying fuck about. And the fatality as well. Whack something in the chest, strangle it with your tail, from above or in and out, which is a headshot. And that's just that, so I'm not even going to bother to pretend to do that. So, service record goes into the various shit like what you've done. Special projects, records, challenges, achievements. The fact that I have 32 out of 60 is insulting enough to me. But challenges specifically is just all this fucking bullshit, and it's only useful for basically multiplayer. So, over here we have the Marine challenges. This is technically campaign only. As you can see, I've completed 12 out of however many. So, I'm on 13. Kill 15 enemies with any sidearm. Fuck you. 3 enemies with the primary weapon's alternate fire without dying. Fuck you harder. Revive 5 other players in co-op campaign or versus matches. That's never gonna fucking happen. Fucking Christ on a shit. It's just absolute stupid shit all the way through. And there's 37 of this. And you have to do it in order.
Yep.
And then there's the second set of challenges. Complete a mission. Gib 5 enemies in a single mission. No, really? So, I currently have kill 10 enemies with melee in a single mission without dying. Kill 2 enemies with a smart gun, flamethrower, or RPG. You don't even get the RPG in a campaign mission, period. Thankfully, there's only 13 of these, most of which boils down to keep doing shit. And then there's multiplayer. We don't talk multiplayer because, well, while multiplayer was probably the only good thing about this game, it died within a week. Records is, yeah, whoop-de-doo, so you get stuff like your campaign records, which is how often you've gone through missions, your multiplayer shit for score attack, multiplayer shit for exterminating shit, escape records, which is just getting out fast as possible, and survivor records, which is living the longest. And the special projects, as you can see, this is just various dog tags and all that shit. I am missing one. It is on, I believe, the second last level of the game. For weapons, yeah, there's all 6 weapons here. Yeah. By the way, Frost's flamethrower. And, of course, 12 audio logs. So, request for reassignment, response to the request, response, please, Mom! Supply requisition, construction orders, evacuation, Xeno life cycle, autopsy, the usual happy bullshit. And yes, by the way, there is a queen, so that's kind of a given.
So, you mentioned survival mode, and it reminded me of a friend of mine back in my university days.
Oh, here's something funny. There's shift codes for this game. Thanks, Gearbox!
My friend scared me.
How do you manage that?
Well, you know how hard original AVP was?
Pretty fucking hard, yeah.
Yeah, you remember how hard the survival mode in that was?
Yes.
Okay, get this, right? 248 kills in survival mode as the Predator.
That's pretty challenging, considering.
With claws only.
Yeah, so, getting up there.
When asked why he didn't use the combi stick, because it was too easy.
So.
We never played multiplayer with it again.
Wuss. So what we have here is all the various bits and bobs you can add to the various weapons in the game. So, Your bog standard pulse rifle is your bog standard pulse rifle. It's, well, bog standard and all that. Reasonably well balanced, happy horse shit, so on and so forth. So, I currently have the regular grenade launcher equipped. I can give it a shotgun or a firebomb launcher. I keep forgetting to use this, so just baseline grenade launcher is all well and good. You can see there's an issue. 40 round magazine in a magazine well that's slotted for, 99 rounds. The extended magazine is obvious, 60 rounds, EA. You can also get a silencer. Just stop and think about that for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Less damage in a game that's entirely a damage race, and it's silenced when the AI knows exactly where you are at all times and will immediately beeline something up your ass. It also has a reflex sight nobody gives a shit about, and a laser sight for when you're, not giving one flying fuck about aiming down the sights.
Yeah.
I normally use the laser sight. In this case, we'll just drop it over to the reflex sight for equals. Then you have fancy skins. You got the classic. You got Yay America. You got Yay Fire, and you got what the fuck is this happy horse shit.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait to see the happy horse shit, but...
And of course, the fire mode options, well, you have regular fire mode or faster fire mode.
Yeah, so that was a scythe, whoop-de-doo.
And it was red painted. Then there's the assault rifle. So technically it's a battle rifle because it actually fires real bullets. 7.62 burst fire, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. This thing has, well, it starts off with a flamethrower. Yay! The flamethrower is useless. There's also options like, well, frag grenades, a shotgun. If I wanted to use this weapon, I would give it a stock almost immediately because that's the smart thing to do because the silencer is a piece of shit. You got the extra sights, you got a small scope, which is only 2x, which is kind of decent at least.
Yeah.
Various... I can't really call it bad paint jobs, but there's no effort to them. And you can modify the burst fire so it fires 5-round bursts instead of 3-round bursts. The battle rifle, which I have been using for a bit, is actually probably the only gun in this game that's, good. So, first thing I did, honestly, is I went straight for high velocity rounds, because it's, well, slower firing, but that 2 extra pips of damage actually adds up, because it means I 2-shot an enemy instead of 3-shotting it.
Yep.
The smart targeting scope, I showed that in action. It gives you a box around the enemy, so you know roughly where to aim, which isn't bad. The regular scope sucks.
Very good.
So, here's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to attach this barrel extension to it for more accuracy, so yay. So, because the other option was a silencer, and, well, I was stupid the first time I played this and put a silencer on a big-ass rifle that doesn't need a silencer, so...
It really doesn't, yeah.
Especially considering its alternate fires are basically either a shotgun or currently a proximity launcher, or a regular grenade launcher if I so want one. Then there's this thing. The submachine gun. It's a joke, basically. It takes about 40 rounds to kill a single drone. So, 72 round magazine instead of 48 rounds, whoop-de-doo. Stabilizing stock, which would be useful if it could stabilize anything. Various flavors of sighting, which we've seen before. Various flavors of skin, of which the only good one is the one that paints it black. And a magazine accelerator, which makes it fire even faster, which makes it even stupider. So, bit of brain logic here. You have a gun. It fires at a rate of fire based upon how quickly the bolt can cycle, which is part of the receiver, right? What do you think would happen if you motorized the magazine to feed ammo faster than the bolt can cycle?
Very bad things.
Yeah, mostly stovepipe jams and worse.
Yeah.
So, over here we have the tactical shotgun. The tactical shotgun is probably the only legitimately good weapon in the game for, well, just about any sort of up-close and personal work, which is all the time when dealing with aliens. So you have taser rounds, which are a gimmick.
Meh.
You have incendiary buckshot as a alternate fire, which is nice. And you have a grenade launcher, which I don't have yet. As attachments, you can have no attachment, which is fucking stupid, because reload time of 4.5 seconds with 8 shots is absolutely fucking miserable. You can get a stock, so it doesn't rise as much, but, well, it doesn't rise at all anyway. Or you can get a box mag, which allows you to cut your reload time to 2 seconds. Just click, click, pop. You're ready. Usual happy horse shit with the sights. You got a reflex, you got a laser sight. Usual happy horse shit with the skins, which is just, you know, the usual. Oh, look, I got one that's painted in wood. And, well, the blood spatter skin is... No, I can't argue against it because, well, I kind of want to put that shotgun in my mouth and pull the trigger after playing this game. But at the same time, I'm not that much of a psychotic. And for fire mode, oh look, motorized cycling mechanism. Fucking hell, what stupid ass bullshit is that? So it turns it from a pump action with, well, this giant underslung pump action on top of it to make it even harder to use, into an automatic shotgun. Whoop-de-doo! Actually, look at that. Fire mode semi-auto, so it's per click. It's not even pump action. So, all it does is make rate of fire faster, which is... pfft. You don't want rate of fire in this game for most weapons. You want the ability to stay on target. Then there's this fucker, which I started with. So you have timed explosives fired direct from its barrel, or flechette rounds fired direct from its barrel.
Flechette, thank you.
Either way, it's still stupid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you have the option of a barrel choke tube to make it more accurate, or you can shave its reload time from 5 seconds to 3.5 seconds. Again,
No,
shotgun,
no-brainer.
close fucking range.
Yeah.
Your typical sights, so stock iron sight, alloyed iron sight, and laser targeting system. Laser system, obviously, because you're at point blank range, you don't aim down sights. Stock paint job, gold and shiny. Fucking army made, which is, well, piss green, and of course, fire on everything because hot rod. And while it has standard fire, it also has expanding shot, which makes, well, it do more damage, which is nice, but look at that rate of fire tank.
When you want one thing and one thing only, very, very dead.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to hit the one thing.
Which is very rare.
So, the service pistol. We've already talked about this. It's not necessarily a bad gun in any respect, but it's just... its firepower and rate of fire are
Crap.
absolute crap, and the alternate ammo upgrade for fire mode with high velocity rounds just to cause more firepower, well, you saw that rate of fire. It's not a good design in any way, shape, or form. And of course the alternate skins are just various flavors of bling or stupidity. And then there's this little shit, the combat pistol. I've already discussed most of the reasons why I hate this thing, because it's absolute fucking shit. And of course the extra skins just make it look even stupider. And of course, well,
I mean...
firepower of 1 pip.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking Derringer.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a Derringer.
It's allegedly a 9mm pistol with 27 rounds in the double stat magazine, because the Heckler & Koch VP70 was a real pistol. It's a rare pistol, and it's most commonly associated not with aliens, but with Leon Kennedy, courtesy of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
So, that's the game. That's the level. We're now finally past the halfway point. It's going to get stupider from here on, by the way, so I think that's enough torture for now. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for all the commentators that I have not been able to directly comment to because I only have a single monitor. And, well, I will see you when I see you for episode 7 of this absolute shit heap. Because, well, gonna go through each episode, gonna go through each level at once, just showing it off. So, again, thank you very much for spending time with me. Take care, and have a good
Have a
evening.
good one.